in the sport of boxing. When it comes to legalized bank robbing, I'm the best. I don't care if y'all write good stories. I don't care if y'all write bad stories. Cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
How do you even get this much money? What do you do?
I work hard.
Floyd Mayweather has reportedly become entangled in a federal investigation following a raid on one of his lavish estates. While the presence of federal agents and sealed warrants made headlines, it was Mayweather's calm, almost smug attitude during the high-intensity operation that truly captured media attention.
Getting the money is not the problem, Harry. What's the problem, for Christ's sake? You know them now, just get it.
Sources say that Mayweather remained unfazed as FBI agents carried out their operation. In fact, he allegedly smirked in defiance, a gesture that reportedly angered the lead FBI official present. As tensions escalated, the scene turned into a heated exchange between the boxing legend and federal authorities.
I'm down the table now. We're rocking and rolling. You know, right there. You look at that. That's right there. Oh, they mad because I'm flashing flamboyant. So we count the paper on the table. We get things right where they can be. And perspective. So right now that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 500,000 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. That's 6.
Insider accounts and leaked video suggest that the FBI carried out a full-scale raid on Mayweather's Las Vegas property, arriving with armored vehicles and agents in full tactical gear. The warrant used was sealed, implying that this was the culmination of a lengthy and discreet investigation. Allegedly, the probe centers on financial irregularities including tax evasion and hidden offshore assets, tied to Mayweather's vast business network. During the FBI operation at Mayweather's residence, agents reportedly found significant amounts of cash and confidential paperwork. Sources claim these materials potentially connect the boxing star to multiple financial scams. Among the items seized were alleged records of undisclosed offshore accounts, unusual wire transactions, and links to questionable business enterprises now under review by federal forensic teams.
Operations here in this area along 28th and Division, both in Grand Rapids and Wyoming. This was a month-long investigation spanning from September to November. Thousands of dollars exchanged to make fake documents for people presumably in the United States illegally.
Mayweather's description of his exhibition fights as legalized bank robbery highlights his strategy of securing enormous payouts with limited risk. By stepping into the ring against non-traditional opponents like YouTuber Logan Paul, he uses his star power to generate massive pay-per-view profits, reportedly earning between $50 million and $100 million from that single bout, despite the event lacking true competitive stakes.
You guys are absolutely right. Floyd Money Mayweather can do what he wants. I'm gonna tell you what he's definitely doing, and that's robbing your bag.
You keep doing exhibition, stealing money. Legalized bank robbery.
He tells you in your face you a dumb for paying for it, and it's legalized bank robbery, and you go, wow, yeah, he can do what he wants. And there's people that's like, no, Floyd ain't talking about us. He's talking about everybody else. Talking about the white man. Fool, he's talking about you too.
This method of maximizing income with minimal athletic risk reflects Mayweather's focus on efficiency over effort. It has allowed him to maintain an unblemished fight record while cashing in handsomely. However, critics argue that his approach blurs the line between sport and spectacle, sparking ongoing debate about the commercialization of boxing.
Floyd Money Mayweather has definitely earned his nickname, but his next offer would be the easiest bag he's ever grabbed. Boxing legend Oscar De La Hoya recently came out and challenged the undefeated Floyd. And while De La Hoya played a key stepping stone role in his rise to greatness, the chance to fight a long-retired rival wouldn't wake up many, especially not Mayweather, until you hear the Golden Boy's offer. $100 million just to fight him. We're not talking purse either. That money would be guaranteed. And if Floyd took it, the offer alone would be bigger than all but two of Mayweather's biggest purses. And all he has to do is fight the Golden Boy again. This is a man that's been retired for over a decade. And fighting Shaq, appearing on The Masked Dancer, and teasing a presidential run doesn't equal training. Hey, Earth to Floyd, this is the easiest bag you will ever grab. All you have to do is say yes. And to earn even more, all you have to do is win the easiest fight you've had since Conor McGregor. Take the money.
And Floyd Mayweather has faced various legal challenges over the years, and speculation grew around the 2020 death of Josie, Harris's ex-girlfriend and mother of his children. Reports indicated she was preparing a $25 million defamation lawsuit against him, before being found dead in her vehicle, with the cause initially deemed an accidental overdose. However, conspiracy theories suggesting Mayweather's involvement continue to circulate, fueled by the lawsuit's financial implications, despite no confirmed evidence of wrongdoing.
In my book, but hey guys, you know, the feds, man, the feds got the man on $25 million in back taxes. And see, the thing is, you guys think that that man's money is up there like it is, but it's not, so to speak. See, Floyd over the years have had so many legal battles when it comes to this bread, you know, owing back taxes, you know, not paying off debts. And everybody knows that he buys all his vehicles from the same person, you know, that's crooked as hell, Josh Tobin, aka the Chopper. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know the Chopper, man. Anybody get a car from him. But at the end of the day, man, you know, Floyd having some money problems. So now what I'm gonna dig into is, we're gonna dig into Josie Harris. Now, Josie Harris was Floyd's first baby mom. Josie Harris, man, was the mother of 3 of his kids.
Recent federal raid is also said to be connected to a $42 million real estate fraud investigation. Mayweather had publicly announced the purchase of 60 rental buildings in Upper Manhattan through his company, Beta Properties. Yet public property records in New York reportedly show no such transfers, raising serious questions about the legitimacy of the acquisition.
There's a flex happening with Floyd Mayweather that we were all cheering and congratulating him from, but we might need to put a pin in that as some evidence comes forward that things may not be how they seem. So a couple weeks back, I talked about it here on the show. Floyd Mayweather said he dropped $402 million on 62 Manhattan rental buildings. But Business Insider went and did the research. They did their Googles, and they said they couldn't find any receipts that this is true. There were no deed transfers, no public records, nothing. They made some phone calls to owners, and they could not find any information regarding this transaction. Floyd has gone on interviews and discussed it. You know, of course, 50 Cent dropped in with his troll thing and put the interview up and the information about it and said he bought them in his imagination. Same place he read all those Harry Potter books, because 50 gone 50. My question is, does Floyd, was he swindled in some sort of business deal?
And adding further intrigue to the situation, a representative of Beta Properties introduced someone claiming to be James McNair, a longtime associate of Mayweather. During discussions about the contested deal, however, observers noted that this person's voice did not match known recordings of McNair, raising doubts about the individual's true identity. These discrepancies have fueled speculation that the entire real estate transaction may have been inflated or misrepresented, possibly to enhance Mayweather's public business persona or to attract investor interest. Federal investigators reportedly searched Mayweather's home in an effort to find materials linked to the suspected fraudulent real estate deal. Their goal was to secure any financial records, emails, or documents that could provide evidence of misleading statements or financial wrongdoing connected to the transaction.
Floyd has gone on interviews and discussed it. You know, of course, 50 Cent dropped in with his troll thing and put the interview up and the information about it and said he bought them in his imagination. Same place he read all those Harry Potter books, because 50 gone 50. My question is, does Floyd, was he swindled in some sort of business deal?
The uproar over Mayweather's claimed multi-million-dollar property purchase revolves around a glaring mismatch between his public statements and what's shown in city property records. In February, Mayweather announced via Veta properties that he had acquired 60 to rental buildings in Upper Manhattan, asserting full ownership with no outside funding. But a Business Insider probe found that NYC property records don't support the claim, and the NYC Housing Partnership, typically involved in such developments, said they had no knowledge of any related transactions involving Mayweather.
Hey, who said Floyd ain't still out here doing big deals? Money Mayweather just inked a massive $402 million real estate deal in New York City, buying up 60 apartment buildings from Black Spruce Management, the equivalent of 1,000 apartment units. Now, Floyd said the goal is to be able to provide affordable housing to families that need it. Most of the units are located in Upper Manhattan, and he said that when he was a kid, his dream was just to be able to own a home, and that you can achieve anything if you put your mind to it. Damn, Floyd just bought the block. I'm proud of Floyd. He's come a long way. This is a guy who was once seen burning money in a nightclub. He spent $17 million on a watch. Not to pocket watch him, but people looked at him for years like, yo, he wastes a lot of money. Does he ever give back? And now he's providing affordable housing? Damn, Money Mayweather's come a long way. This is a real good look. It shows evolution. It shows maturity. Not to mention, it's always great to see another person of color become a landlord in New York City.
Before her sudden passing, Josie Harris had filed serious allegations against Mayweather, accusing him of public defamation and emotional abuse. She was seeking $20 million in damages for statements made by Mayweather that she claimed damaged her reputation and portrayed her as a drug abuser. The lawsuit promised to expose a troubling side of the boxing superstar's private life. Although Harris died before the case could proceed, the legal action remains a haunting reminder of the controversy surrounding Mayweather.
His ex, Josie Harris, is suing him for $20 million for making false and humiliating accusations. Mayweather had an interview with Katie Couric just 2 weeks before his big fight against Manny Pacquiao. During the interview, he said that when he and Josie got into a physical fight, it was because she was high on drugs. The fight he was talking about happened back in December 2011. He actually went to jail for 90 days for domestic violence. Mayweather told Katie, "Did I kick, stomp, and beat someone? No, that didn't happen. Did I restrain a woman that was on drugs? Yes, I did. So if they say that's domestic violence, then you know what? I'm guilty. I'm guilty of restraining someone." Well, the timing couldn't be better for Josie. The big fight paid out $300 million to the two fighters. Pacquiao went home with 40%. Mayweather took home this.
In 2012, Floyd Mayweather Jr. served jail time after being convicted of domestic violence. He received a 90-day sentence at the Clark County Detention Center in Las Vegas for a 2010 incident in which he assaulted his ex-girlfriend Josie Harris in front of their children. Mayweather began his sentence on June 1, 2012, and was released on August 3rd, after serving 2 months. The jail term was part of a plea agreement that downgraded more serious felony charges, which could have resulted in a significantly longer sentence.
And I'm imposing a 6-month sentence in the Clark County Detention Center, 90 days of which will be served in custody, the remaining 90 days to be suspended. He will be given 3 days credit for time served. I will give him credit for the other 2 days for the case that is being dismissed as part of this negotiation.
Well, because it's too hard.
It's too hard! Aw, should have thought about that before you beat up your baby mama. But yes, Floyd has to be transferred to house arrest, claiming his stint in jail is causing him to be dehydrated and malnourished, he can't stay in shape, and it's destroying his boxing career. In other words...
Guess what? You're incarcerated.
Which is essentially what Judge Melissa Saragosa told him. Damn, she's kind of hot for a judge. Sustained. Anyway.
First off, the judge said you will remain in jail. As far as not drinking water and shriveling up.
She says Floyd's condition is, quote, self-induced as water is made available to Floyd 24 hours a day.
For anyone that's going to jail, toilet water is the freshest water.
Okay, good tip.
Also, the judge says there's plenty of nutritious food and opportunity for exercise, so Floyd's just gonna have to man up.
Mayweather has openly reflected on his time behind bars in 2012, describing it as one of the hardest periods of his life. In a candid conversation with Larry King, he recalled the emotional toll of the experience, saying, "It was a rough time for me. I was locked up 23 hours a day, no TV, no radio, no newspapers. It was just me and four walls." The boxing icon served 2 months in the Clark County Detention Center after pleading guilty to misdemeanor battery involving Josie Harris.
How do you explain all that? How did that happen in your life?
What things happen? I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. She was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back, in my children's life.
And what's your take on the controversy surrounding Floyd Mayweather's reported $42 million real estate acquisition? Do the allegations seem credible? Or is this just another case of media sensationalism? Drop your thoughts and reactions in the comments. We want to hear from you.